If you've seen recent footage of Marina Bay Sands, you might be surprised. Wide open lobbies. Quiet infinity pools. Fewer crowds than you'd expect from one of the most iconic hotels in the world. So what's going on? This is the same place that once defined luxury travel in Singapore. A hotel that booked out months in advance. A rooftop pool that became a global symbol of wealth, status, and dream vacations. But now, people are asking a serious question. Is Marina Bay Sands losing its shine? In this video, we'll break down what's really happening. Is it actually empty, or is this just a misleading narrative? Are fewer tourists visiting, or are travelers simply choosing different experiences? We'll look at the numbers, the changing travel trends, and the bigger economic picture behind luxury tourism. Because sometimes, what looks like decline is actually transformation. And here's the thing, when a place as big as Marina Bay Sands shows even the slightest dip in activity, it sparks global attention. So stick around, because the reality might not be what you expect. To understand what's happening now, we need to look at how Marina Bay Sands became so powerful in the first place. When it opened in 2010, it wasn't just a hotel. It was a statement. Built at a cost of over $5 billion, it redefined what a luxury destination could be. 3 towers, a rooftop sky park, the world-famous infinity pool, high-end shopping, casinos, and celebrity chef restaurants all in one place. It quickly became the centerpiece of Singapore's tourism strategy. Visitors didn't just come to stay. They came to experience it. To take that one photo at the edge of the pool. To say they'd been there. For years, demand stayed strong. International tourists flooded in from China, Europe, the US, and across Asia. High rollers filled the casino floors. Conferences and business travelers kept rooms booked year-round. At one point, it was one of the most profitable casino resorts in the world. But success at that scale creates pressure. Expectations rise. Competition increases. And eventually, the market starts to shift. Because even the most iconic destinations can't stay at peak forever. So why does it feel quieter now? First, global travel patterns have changed. After the pandemic, people didn't just return to travel. They started traveling differently. Instead of big, crowded luxury hubs, many are choosing smaller, more personalized experiences. Boutique hotels, nature escapes, and slower travel have gained popularity. Second, regional competition has grown. Cities across Asia are investing heavily in luxury tourism. Places like Bangkok, Dubai, and even newer resorts in Southeast Asia are pulling attention away. And then there's pricing. Marina Bay Sands has always been expensive, but rising costs have pushed it even further out of reach for many travelers. For the same budget, some visitors now prefer longer stays elsewhere instead of a short luxury experience in Singapore. There's also the business travel factor. Corporate trips and large conferences haven't fully returned to pre-pandemic levels. That's a big deal, because those guests were a major part of Marina Bay Sands' occupancy. So when you combine shifting preferences, rising costs, and changing travel habits, the quieter scenes start to make more sense. But that doesn't necessarily mean decline. Here's where things get interesting. Despite viral videos and online claims, Marina Bay Sands isn't actually empty. In fact, it still operates at relatively high occupancy rates compared to many luxury hotels. So why does it look so quiet? Part of it comes down to scale. This is a massive property. When crowds spread out across such a large space, it can feel less busy even when thousands of guests are present. Timing also plays a role. Off-peak hours, weekdays, and seasonal dips can create moments where areas look almost deserted. And those are often the clips that go viral. Social media amplifies perception. A 10-second video showing an empty lobby can quickly turn into a narrative that the entire hotel is struggling. But the data tells a more balanced story. Tourism in Singapore has been recovering steadily. Visitor numbers are rising again, even if they haven't fully matched peak years yet. So what we're seeing isn't collapse. It's fluctuation. And in an industry as dynamic as tourism, that's completely normal. What's happening at Marina Bay Sands reflects something bigger than just one hotel. Luxury travel itself is evolving. Today's travelers are more selective. They're not just chasing status anymore. They're looking for meaning, uniqueness, and experiences that feel personal. That puts pressure on large, iconic destinations to adapt. Marina Bay Sands still has strong brand recognition. It's still a bucket list location for many. But maintaining relevance now requires more than just being famous. It needs innovation. And to be fair, the property is already investing heavily in upgrades. Renovations, new attractions, and expanded offerings are all part of the strategy to stay competitive. Singapore as a whole continues to position itself as a premium destination, focusing on quality over quantity. So instead of asking, is it dying? A better question might be, is it evolving fast enough? Because in luxury tourism, standing still is the real risk. So, is Marina Bay Sands really dying? Not quite. What we're seeing is a mix of perception, timing, and real changes in how people travel. Yes, it may not feel as packed as it once did. Yes, competition is stronger. And yes, traveler preferences are shifting. But the hotel is far from irrelevant. It remains one of the most recognizable destinations in the world. It still attracts millions of visitors. And it continues to play a central role in Singapore's tourism economy. The difference is that the market around it has matured. Luxury is no longer just about scale and spectacle. It's about experience, flexibility, and connection. If Marina Bay Sands can continue to adapt to that reality, it won't just survive. It will stay iconic. But if it relies too heavily on its past reputation, then the quiet moments we're seeing now could become more common. So the story isn't about decline, it's about transition. And the next few years will determine whether Marina Bay Sands remains at the top, or becomes just another symbol of a different era. Marina Bay Sands isn't disappearing, but it is at a turning point. What made it famous a decade ago isn't enough on its own today. Travelers expect more than just impressive buildings. They want experiences that feel worth the price and the time. And that's where the real challenge is. Can it keep reinventing itself while holding on to what made it iconic in the first place? That's something we'll only see over time. But now I want to hear from you. If you visited Marina Bay Sands recently, did it feel different? Quieter? Or just less crowded than expected? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're planning a trip to Singapore, would you still stay there? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.